everybody doing? Thank you for chiming in to House of Truth. All general messages may not resonate, but if you would like a personal soul session, feel free to email me at AZARIATHEINTUITIVE@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to assist you with the reading. Or you can Google House of Truth, leave me a message. I'll get back with you in a 24-hour period. I pray that everybody's okay. Keep it safe, stay protected. It's vital you keep up on your prayers and or meditations to build your own personal relationship with the Most High. Having faith is the number one key. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Okay. Now, for the story that I'm getting ready to tell, right, I have to be as transparent as much as possible. Okay. I've never heard of this, but I've had experiences pertaining what I'm getting ready to say, right? Yeah, I've had certain experiences, encounters throughout, how can I put it, throughout my marriage, right? I don't know if I should be putting this on here or not, but I don't know, I think it needs to be discussed, talked about, it needs to come out, okay? First of all, I want to start off by saying it is important to wait for your soulmate, the one that the Most High has in line or in order for you, right? Just because you're in a connection or you really like someone or, you're really drawn to an individual does not mean that this person is supposed to be in your life for the rest of your life. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to clear some of these energies here real quick. I'm going to clear all negative energies. I want to clear all negative energies. Okay. So like I said, I have to be as transparent as much as possible. Okay. Me and my old man, right? And I'm speaking in regards when we come together in intimacy. Okay? Okay. And going through or having uh, certain experiences within my connection, right? Now, I've done my video like on my bed, and some of you might have noticed how I have a mirror behind me. Sometimes when I do my videos, because I'm doing my videos in the room, and um, I'm trying to see how to talk about it. Okay, well, I'll just put it like this: there's been times throughout our connection, throughout the marriage, where we've been together intimately and paranormal shit starts happening, right? Right during or right in the middle of intimacy, which is have always like thrown me for some type of loop. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Either the smoke alarm has went off without any fire or any smoke. The TVs have come off and on, shut off and on. Um, for instance, like the other night, uh, he's got one of these little things that you put around your neck that's got a fan on it, so in case you overheat, you can turn the little fan on. And, well, it came on by itself, like, okay? And right after that, electric razor shaver, end up coming on by itself, okay? Lights come, flicker on and off by themselves, just really weird shit, right? During intimacy. That's, yeah, about making sure I keep hearing in my head, making sure that who you align yourself with is also in alignment to spiritually. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do some research on the reason why. Like, what is that? Why is that happening, right? And it's called spectrophilia. I've never heard of this. Spectrophilia, also known as phasmophilia. Okay, it is sexual attraction to either ghosts or sexual arousal from images in the mirror, as well as the alleged phenomenon of sexual encounters between ghosts and humans. Did you hear what I just said? But you got two beings, human beings, coming together in intimacy, but it says the alleged. Well, you got to remember, anytime we talking about spirituality and we're speaking about the allegedly, we're speaking about maybe scientific beliefs or, you know, uh, how they might scientifically view some things. You get what I'm saying? Everything cannot be defined scientifically. You get what I'm saying? Everything can't be defined in that manner. You know, it's some things that are even leaving scientists mind boggled. You know what I'm saying? They're things that are unexplained. They can't be explained. You can't find a scientific reason on why some things are happening or why things have occurred, right? But that was just really mind-boggling. That kind of got to me. But it, like I said, encounters between ghosts and humans. Okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I don't really too much believe in ghosts unless, no, I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in spirit beings. You know what I'm saying? Whether they have, once lived and passed on or not. Come from other realms that never reincarnated as humans, spirit beings, right? But it says encounters between spirit beings and humans, okay? Like I said, it says paraphilia, characterized by sexual attraction to ghosts or sexual arousal from images in the mirror, and are the alleged phenomenon of sexual encounters between humans and ghosts, okay? And my thing about it was the mirror thing, right? A lot of things we do for our partners because we love them. You know what I'm saying? Not really recognizing or noticing uh, what can be detrimental to you in the long run. That's what I just heard. Okay. But it says it encompasses a range of experiences from imaged encounters to claims of physical interactions with entities from the spirit realm. Like I said, I got to be transparent as much as possible when telling this story, right? So it's like I keep hearing too is conduits, people who are conduits or who allow themselves to be conduits for spirits, right? But I do feel like intimacy and using mirrors during intimacy can bring about some type of uh, outer. Like I said, you got to be careful on what you're doing. Like, yeah, and if and some, like I said, sometimes we do things unknowingly. Like, you get what I'm saying? Not really knowing the detriment that it has within your life in the long run. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know how to really explain it because it's like I don't have any sexual attractions to ghosts. Hey, what the fuck? But it means between the both of us, somebody is a spiritual being, and they have and there's yeah, highly attracted. There's a highly attraction there. Um, and that it says sexual attraction to ghosts are images seen in the mirror, right? I wanted to kind of, yeah, about images being seen in the mirror, but that's the thing about it. What is one envisioning to cause a like a spiritual disruption in the earthly realm? You get what I'm saying? Clear. I want to call in the energy of spectrophilia. I've never heard of this. So it's like being careful of opening up and sharing yourself with individuals who have mirrors. Spectrophilia, Holy Spirit. Yeah, because I do feel like it's opening up portals or doors here because when you just sex itself is a is like a spiritual exchange of energy. So things are open anyway when you are, it's a time of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? It's called spectrophilia. Spectrophilia, calling in the energy, and then they got phasmophilia. Spectrophilia, calling in the energy of spectrophilia. What occurs during spectrophilia? Because there's something that happens between the images in the mirror that are being observed during sexual encounters. It's something that happens. Spectrophilia. What happens during spectrophilia? And it causes, uh, let me tell you, hold on. Let me check my food real quick. It's not a game. Yeah, that mirror going to have to come down eventually. Hold on. And that's why it is very important for you to wait, right, for your partner to be picked. I feel it's not good for children to come together in a relationship to play adult roles. Because when it comes to the partnership of union and coming together, it's very important to know what it is that, what you're dealing with. But like I said, when I tapped into, I had to have a cigarette, honey. Look at here. It's just kind of deep. When it comes to spectrum, I said tapped in what is the energy of spectral, what did it say? Spectrophilia. Sacred play in reverse when it comes to having intercourse in mirrors, okay? Sacred play in reverse, okay? 7, introspection and reflection. That's about thinking in regards of your choices and decisions that you make, not knowing the depth of, how deep something can be or the depths of something here, okay? Once again, I'm calling in the energy of spectrophilia. What happens during spectrophilia? It does something to the psyche because number 7 is about doing some introspection and reflection, going within and allowing yourself to be spiritually guided, right? Calling in the energy of spectrophilia. Spectrophilia. What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia? With sacred play in reverse, it's nothing sacred in regard. It's like maybe opening up doors for something else to take view or look. I don't know. Because mirrors are portals anyway. What happens during spectrophilia? Spectrophilia. Neptune, sacrifice in reverse. Cycles not coming to an end, and this has something to do with the heart space. Sacrifice, Neptune, in 10. But it says sacred play in reverse, sacrifice in reverse. But something about closing off the heart space, right? That's like when you're intimate with someone, you don't have them. It's supposed to be you have them mind, body, and spirit, mind, body, and soul. But there's something here, not. It's like someone who's not willing to open up and sacrifice their heart. You get what I'm saying? It's like the heart space is closed. Okay, it's not with love. Sacred play in reverse, it has nothing to do with love. The intimacy has nothing to do with love. Okay? It almost sounds like some narcissistic behaviors or tendencies. What happens during spectrophilia, which is the attraction to either a spirit being or sexual arousal from the images that's in the mirror, and no telling what another person is viewing. You get what I'm saying? Because, yeah, the mind is strong, honey. You could say you thinking about something. You might not literally, it might not be a thought. It could be that you're really involving yourself in some shit. If your mind, body, and spirit ain't with the person who you're with intimately, then that means something else is in the midst. Okay? What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? What happens during spectrophilia? Soul, in reverse. Something else takes over. And it's not sacred play. It takes away mind, body, and spirit. This person you don't have this individual fully or totally with soul in reverse. With moon being in reverse, I feel like being open. Something's open here. If you got the phases of the moon at the bottom of the card here, okay? You're not connected to this person's soul, mind, body, soul. Something else has taken over or stepped in. Something else was opened up with the moon in reverse. Revealed. Yeah. Let's just say the vibe that I'm getting, let's say like there are, like the mirror is a portal and there's other deities that dwell on the other side of this mirror, right? Beings that have no soul. Things that were hidden, yeah, come out. Things that were hiding in the dark end up coming out. It's just deep. And people need to watch what it is that they invite in. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people do mirror magic, depending on what you do, and how you go about it, but it's something as sacred as intimacy, right? It should only be between the two souls that are being intimate, not opening up doorways or portals and inviting other deities or spirits. You get what I'm saying? It's like you inviting some shit in during intimacy. Lord have mercy. Hell to the motherfucker. Nah, that mirror gonna have to go. Yeah, clarification. My alarm just went off. That mirror gotta go. Okay. What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia? It's like you lose your soul. Something else interjects or intervenes here. not a form of sacred play. So it's like you're playing with demons. You're playing in the dark and shit. The shadow self, opening doors for the shadow self, or other shadow beings. Yeah. You're giving over your power with Leo, I will in reverse. All that go, because you're not thinking with the number 17, with the number 7 again, not doing any introspection or reflection. When it comes to the power of oneself, right? It's like relinquishing your power or giving your power over. Not really sacrifice. There's a lack of sacrifice of the heart. And just like we know when it comes to connections, this is somebody who gives themselves to you totally, fully. I think what we're all looking for, that transparency within connections here, okay? Once again, what happens during spectrophilia? It's the sexual encounters between spirits and humans. What happens during spectrophilia? Meaning, it says sacrifice in reverse, and then it has meaningful sacrifice. 23 choices and decisions for things to come together. It's working along with something, right? But it's working along with something that doesn't have a soul. With the moon card, the bell, that mirror, that's clarification. Creepy music. But it's clarification that the moon means that the veil has been lifted. So when you're using mirrors during sexual intercourse, there's something that's stripped away when it comes to the veil, which allows other spiritual deities to kind of look in on what it is that you're doing. And that's the reason why it's not considered sacred play. Okay? What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia? Holy Spirit, that was a jumper. Empowered service. You're giving this meaningful sacrifice here. It's a meaningful. You're working along with other spirit, making the choice and the decision to work along with other spiritual deities here. Okay? And this, looking into this mirror, brings about, whoever's enjoying it brings about this empowered feeling of the service that they're giving, sexual service that they're giving here, right? And and it's in orange. Orange is about your sacral chakra, okay? Sexual energy. It's fueling. It's a fuel for other deities. If it was in reverse, it would be lack of or repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withholding intimacy, and emotional isolation. But it's giving power to something that has no soul. Okay? The empowered service. Okay? What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? What time is it? What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? Spectrophilia. Spirit in reverse. Clarify what sacred play in reverse is a disconnection from the Most High. Sun in reverse. So it's not anything, or you're not operating out of the light, Okay, it blocks the capacity to think properly when it comes to uh, spiritual practices, right? Oh, this is fun and we're going to do this, but not really thinking in regards of what could come along or what could be what it is that you're feeling during the time of intimacy. So it's a disconnection from spirit. Okay, sacred play in reverse, and then sun in reverse, and then spirit in reverse. Okay, I want to tap a little bit more into that. Battery's getting low. What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? Endings of cycles in reverse with the number 10. When it comes to the heart space, it's like it keeps someone trapped or stuck in this excitement of viewing oneself in the mirror, right? But at the same time, the person that you are being intimate with is no longer your person. Something else intervenes and takes over. And it fuels this deity through sex. Okay? Whatever is watching. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. What happens through spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? What happens through when, what happens with spectrophilia here? What happens with this spectrophilia? Sacrifice in reverse. The vision. Vision in reverse. The vision. Something about a disconnection from spirit. And that purple is about your crown chakra. It represents the state of higher consciousness and divine connection. When it's imbalanced, the attributes would be cynicism, disregarding of what is sacred. And we got sacred play in reverse. Closed mindedness and disconnection. And you got spirit in reverse. And it says disconnection with spirit. With all this brown, okay? And so I also get a vibe like spirit's not even happy. Like, you know, something that's supposed to be between two sacred individuals, sacred play that's supposed to be going on between two sacred individuals, and there's a disconnect there in intimacy because the choices and decision that is being made when it comes to, how can I say it, like, and I also feel what's in the heart. There's a disconnection of the heart space. So it's also about when two people come together in intimacy, where's the heart space at? If it's not with the person that you're making love to, what is it that you're contemplating or thinking of during intimacy? I feel that too. You know what I'm saying? It's messing up someone's, with the number 8, a lack of mastery, rewards, not having success. It blocks the crown chakra here. Okay, and it also makes spirit source, whatever's dwelling inside of you that is sacred, looks at this as an unsacred action. Okay, what happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia? What happens? The disconnection of the soul. The veil is lifted. Other deities are deities, spirit beings are invited in the middle of this sacred interaction here. Okay. What happened during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia? Okay. Pisces, I believe. Okay, blue here, this is about perception. Okay, once again, we got all this light, new beginnings, purity. It's like the purity of something being blocked. I want to kind of take, this is about, number 24 is about choices and decisions for things to come together. someone might believe or perceive that this is how one comes together is by viewing each other um, during the time of intimacy, but in actuality, it is a disconnection of the soul, the spirit. It's a disconnection of the soul and the spirit. Like I said, during the time of intimacy, you're supposed to have that person mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul, but there's a disconnection when taking the actions of uh, not being in the right heart space while using mirrors. Okay? It's not a game. It's not a joke. Okay? What happens during spectrophilia? What time is it? 4:56. What happens during spectrophilia? Increase, part of fortune increase in reverse. Meaning, yeah, a meaningful sacrifice. So what I feel is like it fuels some type of deity. You're giving your power over to some deity that comes out of this portal, which fuels this deity but robs you of your fortune. Okay, leaves you in a state of darkness. Okay, is what I'm saying. Okay, things not coming together. Okay, with the number 45. Okay, there's a lack of increase. So it could also mess up your abundance too as well, because you begin to disconnect with spirit. Because this empowered service that you're giving. Okay, I'm gonna say one more, spectrophilia. Spectrophilia. What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? Oh, it's 3207. What happens during spectrophilia? What happens during spectrophilia, Holy Spirit? What happens during spectrophilia? Excuse me. 11th house, friends in reverse. Yeah, like, and you empowering service or giving this your power over here. 11 is about balance, uh, working together. Friends in reverse. Empower service to something that is not a friend, something that is not of spirit, something that is not of sacred play, but of something that lacks a soul. Okay. So what I really wanted to kind of tap into real quick, clarify. I want to, yeah, because I'm going to have to get off here. Clarify sacrifice in reverse. Clarify sacrifice in reverse. Destiny. But it's blocking a new beginning. Somebody's not sacrificing their heart. Number 4, thing 48, 444. Not sacrificing their destiny. It's like someone trying to block someone's vision, using a mirror to block someone's vision. Clarify vision in reverse. And this is because of the fact that they have the wrong perception on how they're going about this here. Clarify the vision in reverse. It's also, running when the vessel is dirty and unclean, higher level deities of the light run from your vessel too. Clarify the vision in reverse. The vision in reverse is clarified with transformation in reverse. Whatever vision that you have to transform here when it comes to relationships. It's like evolving on a higher plateau. It blocks that, right? And it keeps you stagnant or stuck in this energy of always fueling this deity. Okay? Clarify increase in reverse. Clarify increase in reverse. Clarify increase in reverse. So it's like just being aware, increase in reverse. I think Once again, it's about perception, how one perceives, and I feel like this is a false perception. I believe this is what this deity is feeding this individual who really gets the joy out of uh, mere sex magic is what I'm hearing. Okay, it gives the wrong perception. New beginnings, conflicts, confusion, fluctuation. Yeah. Okay. Clarify friends in reverse. Friends in reverse, whatever this is that is you're giving this. It's a meaningful sacrifice. What's crazy is it's something that's like it's friendly, or they portraying themselves as a friend. They're not really a friend because they're getting you to participate in something that is uh, the wrong thing. Clarify friends in reverse. There's an imbalance with a sex partner. Friends in reverse is clarified with the fifth house, creativity. There's an emotional imbalance somewhere here, yeah. But if you notice, those look like deities. Those masks. Trying to hold on to these demons is what I'm feeling. It's a false sense of perception. Like it brings out somebody's creativity, but in reality, it's fueling these demons here. You think that you're making comfort with it, or there's some type of comfort within this type of action, but in reality, you're fueling something else. Clarify uh, sacred play in reverse. Clarify sacred play in reverse. Clarify sacred play in reverse. Clarify sacred play in reverse, Holy Spirit. Sacred play in reverse. Sacred play in reverse is clarify force. Mars. Conflicts, confusion, fluctuation. Okay. Something is forcing an individual here to be this way, to disconnect from the Most High. It's a force. It could be some type of addiction, sexual imbalance. Okay. Clarify sun, spirit in reverse. Clarify sun, spirit in reverse. Someone could be trying to do this to receive visions. Okay. Take it as a resume, but it's not working. You're getting the wrong type of information or download. Clarify spirit in reverse. Clarify spirit in reverse, or someone's not seeing something here that is blocking transformation. I know. Spirit in reverse with I know. Okay. Choices and decisions to work along with something that it's like somebody is aware of it, that working along with something that is disconnected from spirit, from the Most High. And there's a force here. Okay. Clarify force. I got to get off here. Clarify force. Something is forcing this person to do this, to disconnect from the Most High. Clarify force. Clarify force, Holy Spirit. Clarify force. Sacred ecosystem, sacred ecosystem in reverse. Once again, it's about sacred in reverse. Definition of sacred ecosystem. Unnatural. It is a natural area that holds deep spiritual and cultural significance for community, often associated with traditional ecological knowledge and practices. The practices are not natural. What this is not natural, okay? It's not natural. The interconnectedness of cultural beliefs, practice, yeah, among indigenous people, emphasizing the spiritual significance of nature and the land. So it's something unnatural about this, is what I'm feeling. This concept highlights the land is not merely a resource, but a sacred entity that deserves protection, care, and respect. But with this being in reverse, someone's not respecting the naturalization of intimacy. Someone is not respecting the protection, or not protecting and caring for the connection due to the actions that they're taking when it comes to this mirror magic. Clarify, I know, because this Aquarius is about I know here, that somebody knows that this is not a good thing here, but I just wonder if someone is aware about how it's giving, what time is it? That it's giving a meaningful sacrifice for demons. Clarify, I know. Clarify, I know. Clarify, I know. Clarify, I know is clarified with I use. Someone's not using their crown chakra here, where I use, not using the right perception when it comes to being spiritually connected, because of the fact that there's a disconnect with the heart space, and they're into unnatural activities or demonic participation. Yeah. It's blocking someone from transforming, could be blocking themselves. But if somebody is aware of this, and this is your partner doing this, maybe you can speak up and have, say something. Clarify soul in reverse. Maybe, come to some type of agreement that this is not healthy for the intimacy. Clarify soul in reverse. There's a lack of soul here, or dealing with some type of deity that does not have a soul, and fueling this deity here, okay? Clarify soul in reverse. Clarify soul in reverse. Soul in reverse is clarified with safe to be seen. It's something that's hiding. It's a demon, dude. Safe to be seen in reverse. It's something, I say, it's playing with shadows. Something is revealed. Yeah, safe to be seen. It's like somebody is a conduit during this time of intimacy, and this deity takes over of this person who enjoys this mirror magic. And it's looking at, this demon inhibits this individual, and it's looking at itself through the mirror. Did you just get what I said? This deity that's receiving this, it's a meaningful sacrifice, because this deity gets to play out a role that a human role that it's not able to, it's not able to have these human experiences, and being able to enter into a soul, right? Because you are open and vulnerable at this time, but to enter into a soul, to be able to have the, like I was saying earlier in a comment, everything is energy, and even though a spirit or demon, whatever the case may be, cannot ejaculate, it still can experience the emotions. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Clarify soul. Something that you can't see has no soul. Clarify safe to be seen in reverse. And it's giving someone the wrong perception in regards of this. Like, oh, it's fun and this is what I like, but in reality, you're entertaining demons. Clarify safe to be seen. Clarify safe to be seen in reverse. Clarify safe to be seen. Safe to be seen. I am. This is Aries. Aries. And this could have someone also feeling a certain type of way. Clarify safe to be seen in reverse is something that could be trying to, something that this deity is wanting to see. Clarify safe to be seen in reverse. Clarify safe to be seen in reverse. Holy Spirit, safe to be seen in reverse. I gotta go. It's 5:10. I have in reverse. Yeah, it's like something is trying to get someone to, with the sexual dysfunction in reverse, withholding intimacy and emotional isolation. Something wants to see something here. It's like I don't have something here. Clarify I have. This is Taurus, new beginning, things coming together with the number 4. Clarify I have in reverse. I don't have. God, goodwill. And I was getting ready to say that somebody is operating like out of goodwill type of energy, and someone doesn't. I don't know. What I feel is like someone has goodwill and they don't have these types of intentions. So it's something that they hold back. Somebody holds back, but this deity wants to see something here. You know, wants somebody to open up. Safe to be seen. Safe to be seen in reverse. No, not yet. I gotta put the icing on it. Safe to be seen in reverse. Safe to be seen in reverse. Power. hmm Somebody wants, this deity wants to see sexual power and disconnect from spiritual connection in reverse. Yeah, like it's almost like somebody has already been got, right? And this deity is working through the partner, trying to get this other person to be open and accepting. But someone is not allowing themselves to be seen in this type of way, because that means someone has a spiritual connection, and that's where it comes in, being heavily having this. What did I say? This highly sexual desire between a human and a ghost. And it's not that you're having sex with this human, you're having sex with this deity that has allowed himself to open up for this spirit that comes through this portal, the mirror. And someone has a spiritual connection and they're not allowing themselves to be open spiritual or sexually, uh, right? They're not allowing themselves to be open sexually here, because if they did and they performed certain acts or did certain things in the bedroom, that means they would have to disconnect spiritually in order to perform these types of acts. Grace for the grand gesture. Yeah. Someone needs purification because of what they're dealing with. Yeah. Someone is not acting as their original self because of the fact that they're under some type of possession, relief and repair, and reverse. This is somebody's partner, 7th house. Your time to shine. This is, like I said, draining someone here. 2nd house, owning. Someone feels like they may own you. Okay, take it as it resonates. What time? I gotta go. This could be a partner. This is a partner, someone you're close to. Doing some someone needs to go within and analyze here. Protection, spirit, tiger, or tiger spirit rises. Okay, so even the Most High is looking at this situation, right? You just keep doing what you're doing, praying about it. What's gonna happen is someone's got a partner like this, and someone keeps going into prayer and meditation in regards of this situation, somebody might end up losing a partner. Yeah, because you're playing with spirit forces and you playing with someone who has a spiritual connection with the Most High, and you're trying to get this person to lose their spiritual connection with the Most High for some type of erotic or distorted sexual desire, and might cause somebody they like, especially if whoever this is goes to the Most High in tears and pray about this situation, and this is not what they are wanting to do, it's not what they're wanting to participate in, it's going to cause a bad spiritual backlash. It could cause somebody can become what's that? Yeah, like lose their sex drive because you're directing that energy in a bad way and not a good way, but inviting demons into unsacred play or inviting demons into what's supposed to be a spiritual connection. That's being a message and a warning to me and to anyone else out here who's playing or, willingly or unwillingly, knowingly or unknowingly, dealing with mirrors during intimacy. That's being a message. Please, let's take care of ourselves before we try to take care of other folks. Love you. Bye-bye.